I don't think majority of us expected Kosuri to turn out to be that type of personality with this week's episode of Shimoneta. And so, since so many of you actually liked my last video of Shimoneta, I decided to stick to a little bit of this until I find something that's worthy of doing a skit on, because for the past couple episodes, Shimoneta hasn't really done anything that kind of inspires me to do a skit. And I mean, I'm not going to just force an inspiration for Shimoneta if there really is none. So I want to stick to this style for now until, I guess, Shimoneta does something that's worthy enough for me to want to skit. But back on topic though, if you lived in a world that thought toilet paper was lewd, or Kosuri the way she turned out with her character, I think that would be a living hell. It would, because, I mean, think about this for a second. The way they were getting the toilet paper and about to put it in a box and say, like, it's lewd and all that, look at this hole, it's a perfect shape, and I'm like, that's a small hole. So, one of the main things I have to say right now is that Shimoneta, it continues to show you what would happen if people were kind of oblivious to what lewd things are. For instance, if you didn't know what was lewd, and you start thinking anything is lewd, for instance, like nets and stuff, you're just gonna start being very stupid. Like, very stupid. I mean, what we saw in this episode, what they were taking down, like the basketball hoop to the net for different volleyball games, and stuff like that, and then ping pong balls, I'm like, that is some fucked up shit. Like, you taking away all the fun things kids like to do to have fun. I mean, kids want to play sports and stuff, but they're taking that away. I'm like, imagine if you lived in a world like that. If you lived in a world that was like Shimoneta. Kosuri. She is a character I do want to talk about, because I didn't expect that type of character personality from her after what I witnessed last week. Kosuri has a sudden change and shift in personality that I think shocked majority of us, because she seemed like an innocent little girl, stereotypical lolly character, maybe a little sister character which was given to her in this episode. And then when you got towards the end of her personality, I'm like, whoa. I mean, if you think about it, we did get some hints at her personality kind of being designed like that, because last week's episode, we saw her using people and then letting them get in trouble while she got off scot-free. And thinking about it like that, Kosuri does have that personality since the beginning, but it just wasn't that obvious until we got to really see her behind closed doors. And to see how she was ordering our MC like she was, like, you're my slave, brother, and I'm like, whoa. I don't think I expected that, or any of us expected that, because I just thought she was going to be the cutesy little girl character that was going to be innocent, but kind of follows the orders of Socks, not do what she did. And so I wonder how it's going to be handled, how she's going to be handled, because, I mean, if she has this type of personality to our main male character, how is she going to feel towards Kajo? For instance, when she probably doesn't do as much as Kosuri does, she probably will feel like she should be the leader of Socks. So that's what I'm thinking about this right now, because obviously Kosuri is getting in over her head, and she continues to go down this path. It's not going to be a pleasant path, so to say. She might dig her own indecency grave. Shimoneta, no chill whatsoever, once again, and I think we've all come to expect that. Overall, though, episode, it was good. I mean, that's my thoughts of this episode, because there's really not much to talk about, so to say, when it comes to Shimoneta. Besides, you know, certain indecent jokes, but there's no reason to really dive into it, because they're just funny for their own right, but they're nothing you really need to break down and explain, because that removes fun out of the joke. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.